But I want to talk about the White Sox ability to hit Robbie Ray and hit him hard. That was a big theme. And obviously we have the big bops that came later in the game, the back-to-back shots that eventually chased Ray, courtesy of Tim Anderson and then Luis Robert. Those were very nice. But even before that, we saw some doubles, some singles, even some ground outs that were just absolutely smashed, Steve. How are they able to do it?
Just going up there and being aggressive early in counts. They know obviously you don't want to fall behind 0-2, 1-2 to Ray to allow him the opportunity to put guys out with that wipeout slider. So going up there aggressively in the zone. We saw it was a pretty wide strike zone, particularly inside to right-handed hitters, about an inch or so coming off the plate. It was going both sides there. Dallas Keuchel was able to take advantage of that as well. So the Sox did a really nice job of adjusting their approach offensively here, being mindful of that and really attacking Ray and allowing themselves to get, again, into quality hitters' counts to do damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great breakdown of how they were able to get to him here. Let's run through a little bit of the scoring. Already down 1-0. Eloy, first home run of the year. That's setting the tone right there, too.
I think I heard someone tell me one time that ball go far. Team go far.
Yeah.
As always, I'm working to confirm, but it seems as though that's a viable and winning strategy. And Eloy's a guy that has fallen prey to a number of circumstances and lapses throughout the course of his career, I would say in the last year or so, where he's just beaten the ball into the ground too much. So, and it's funny, Steve Stone, prophetic, doing that thing that he likes to do, talked about it's only a matter of time until Eloy starts elevating the baseball. 2 pitches later, tie ball game, 449 feet. Let's go.
Right. You talk about Eloy kind of hitting the ball into the ground for stretches last year, even the beginning of this year. And I will say, though, it wasn't totally unproductive because he has had, as our guy Sox Insane pointed out during now after the home run, Eloy's driven in a run in every single game thus far this season. So you love to see that. So even when he wasn't getting the ball in the air, but now he has. And hopefully this injury won't keep him sidelined too long. He is day to day. That's his status here. But we'll get into the reason for that later. Talking further through this, Vaughn singles, Engel walks, Harrison moves him over. And then we get Jake Berger absolutely smashing an RBI single. Good to see him stepping up, filling in with Yohan Moncada on the shelf to start the year.
This is one of the nice things about Jake Berger is you have what I believe to be a competent, major league ready replacement option in the event that Yohan Moncada is shelved for a period of time, as he is right now. And Berger has stepped in similar to what he did last year, and he has not really missed a beat. And he's looking like he is not overmatched and uncomfortable at the major league level. And that's really all you can ask for. And he's going out there and he's equating himself very nicely.
And that's a friend of SoxOnTap, former guest on this show, Jake Berger, I might add. Yes, great to see him in the lineup and doing productive things early on while the White Sox are dealing with a plethora of injuries that only got added to tonight. But
Johnny, one key thing I want to talk about here and something that's not going to show up in the box score here. So the RBI single that Jake Berger had, the piss rod that J.P. Crawford wasn't able to field cleanly. One of the key sequences right there was, and this is something that didn't really manifest itself today, but if this continues throughout the course of the season, Josh Harrison getting a fantastic read on that ball, understanding the ricochet, understanding the angle of the ball going off of Crawford's glove and advancing, getting that 90 feet. I talked about this at length last year, being able to take 90 feet at a time. That is the type of thing that is the difference in winning playoff caliber baseball games right there. And Harrison has shown on multiple occasions here already in his 5 games in a White Sox uniform. This is a very heads up, smart baseball player that has good, solid instincts on there, and they were on display here again tonight.
Yeah, that's something that you had preached a lot last year, and that was taking the extra 90 feet when you can, and obviously great to see a guy like Josh Harrison fitting in with both. He makes some of the swaggy plays. We saw that little flip to Tim Anderson there, so he does have a little flair to his game, the celebrations when he got the third in the game Saturday, I believe, at Detroit, so that's all good, but it's not just that. He's not just the flair and the flash. He's a smart baseball player, so I like that you bring that up. That's a good point. Further than that, Tim Anderson, man, talking about setting tone, igniter, spark plug, whatever term you want to use for him. Lightning rod, I think that's another one too. At the top of the order, he comes through with 2 RBI double to really crack this thing open in the bottom of the second, making it 4-1 here. But let's move on, bottom of the 7th, and that is when the White Sox really put the icing on the cake in this game with a back-to-back home runs. Tim Anderson started it off, solo shot off of Ray, and then obviously Robert, solo shot following up, right center. You like to see him go opposite field there. That makes it 6-3 Sox at the time, and obviously chases Robbie Ray from the game, ending what was a wouldn't say terrible night for him, but obviously way, way, way less than ideal, and obviously hit really hard. So yeah, by his standards, a terrible night.
I think all things considered, I think I saw a stat from Baseball Savant. I believe the Sox had 12 batted balls over 100 miles an hour tonight against Robbie Ray. So that just shows that they were seeing him well. They were picking the ball up early out of his hand, and they were squaring him up with regularity. And when you see, TA going out there, being the igniter, stirring the drink as he likes to do, and then the Luis show. I mean, it's something every night with this guy.
Yeah, I'll reiterate it for people that may have not remembered from last year. Luis Robert was built in the lab, and he also looks like those old mannequins that you used to see at Dick's Sporting Goods. If you injected those with steroids, that's what Luis Robert just looks like as a human being, and that's with eating Dominoes and doing, whatever he does. And it doesn't matter because he's just so lean and cut and athletic. So love to see it. Second home run in as many days for Robert. Great to see him follow up the obviously big shot that he had on the home opener on Tuesday, and then obviously did it on the base pass then too. This guy is MVP, definitely going to be in the running in that discussion when it's all said and done at the end of the year.